Happy Friday, everybody. This is Graveless, coming back to you with the EU Large Nations opener because I want to have any chance of finishing this at a reasonable amount of time on a Friday night. So, primarily in the other videos and the other openers, we were looking at two very large nations that take a long time to get into and need a significant amount of work to do things. Looks like the Academy's probably getting the US in this seed, and fingers crossed they do. If they're focusing on that, they won't mess up with us as much. The EU, on the other hand, is the Thunderdome. There are lots of small nations that you want to grab, lots of weird things you can do. If you look at this right now, we just have a 50% chance of grabbing a point in France turn 1. And because of this, we're going to get in contact with the AI a lot. We're also going to not be able to maintain peace or non-aggression pacts with most of them. And this is the other reason why in the other ones we were looking for particular councilors. With the EU opener, more than persuasion, we need access to Crackdown and Purge as soon as we possibly can get them. Now, our starting two councilors really do not help us out at all with this. And we might wind up having some challenges for this. We're going to see whether or not I can pull this off out of the gate. Might be a reload. This is because for Large Nations opener, what you really want are France, which you need for every EU opener, as it's the nation that leads the EU in Terra Invicta. I understand there are arguments that it should be Brussels instead, but right now it's France. You also really want to get Germany for the Large Nations opener. Italy is more of a question. Like, you can get Italy, and the actual ideal is basically to pull off a France plus Germany plus reverse Brexit, just because the UK winds up being a much more functional nation most of the time. Now, why would you do the EU large nations rather than US or China? The main reason for the EU is it has the best MC in the game. If you want to get a lot of things into space, a lot of control in space quickly, you go for the EU. The problem is its boost production kind of sucks. This is because, again, Federation mechanics, where its boost is shared everywhere. France is producing 1.1, but only gets 0.17 of it. This is true everywhere else. So we're going to be getting a smattering of boost here or there, but not a tremendous amount of it. Now, EU large nations, we have a decent chance at making peace with a fair number of the AI. Because once we have France and Germany, we're going to be sitting there for a while with just them. The biggest problem is, of the four openers, once it's online, we're going to have the worst research. US has the best research. China's solidly middle of the pack. The EU large nations opener has the worst research because the large nations in the EU have the worst research points to CP cost ratios in the game. The small nations have pretty good ones. Depending on how you handle that, you might beat out China. Might. But the large ones, we're going to be behind on research. Like, I said we were going to be behind on research with China, and we were until we took China, and then we were starting to catch up to the US. EU, no, we're just going to be behind. And looking at this is painful, because we have a boost org in our initial pool. It'd be so good to get that. It'd be tremendous to get that, especially with the EU. The MC org, less so, even though we're going to be building MC. Our first two councilors, nothing to write home about, and in fact, for the first time, I am honestly debating not recruiting before taking my first action. I'm debating it. I'm not going to do it. Because he is the only one we can recruit. And he's not a bad councilor by any stretch of the imagination. This is a very solid stat line, along with a pretty good age, and officer is a good class. He doesn't have Crackdown or Purge. So we recruit him. The actual answer, though, is if Gabrielle was better, I probably would not recruit him, but she has Inflexible. this is just a killer. You can't hold an inflexible councilor long term. So what we're going to do is recruit Belzebek. And looking through who else we have. Hacker has Crackdown. He doesn't have a great stat for it. Hacker's Crackdown, she has a much better stat. So Kripa is pretty high up there on my list. Levi is another fantastic person you see. You see Commando with a science trait. He's another one of the pre-gens who's great. Has no Crackdown or Purge. Like, we would love to get him for a science trait, but if we want to make our opener work, we're not going to really be able to. Now, Abdus has Purge, but no espionage. We have another Commando, no Purge. Fixer has Purge, not Crackdown. Turney has Turn, Crackdown, and Purge. Okay, Statland. She might be the one. Let me think here. 7, 1, 4. So she's coming in with 12 CP cap. She's coming in with 4. Okay. Yeah, Lottie is at. Actually, do you have a good trait? Oh, you have computer scientist. Computer scientist is very valuable. I'm gonna make this determination during my second round. So we want France and we want Germany. There are good chances points on these two are going to be hoovered up literally turn 1.
Acknowledged.
So we are going to go for France. This might fail, and we're going to go for Belgium because it's adjacent to both France and Germany, and if we can get it, that's going to be tremendous for us. I think I'm going to go for a second point in Belgium with his.
Taking control.
And, we are very much in attempt control and prey territory. This is the biggest problem with the EU opener. Let's see what happens. Deliver our manifesto to the world.
It has always been.
And we get to see Exodus. Nice, nice. So let's watch what happens to the EU turn 1, because I've mostly been ignoring it in prior runs. All right, we got Belgium. And now, right now, similar to every other run, we're going to start off on Kleptocratic.
We failed to take control.
Failed? All right, we got a point in France. France is, similar to others, going to run Unity for us because we want to get our support up high enough to stop other people from being able to interfere with our operations. Fingers crossed we were able to buy that. I don't think we're going to be able to. Okay. Hacker 4. I'll probably be able to find another computer scientist. She is going to bring us more of what we need right now. And so Lottie is the one we're recruiting.
Ready. Standing by.
So let's see here. Who has the best chance of France? You're 11.
Reporting in.
You're 14.
Where to?
You're 19.
Your orders.
And you are also 19. All right. Unfortunately.
Ready to go.
So, what we're going to do, public campaign. And you see, Humanity First is going into the UK. Exodus has taken a point in Poland. The Protectorate has taken a point of Switzerland. This is what the EU opener does. You had the lowest. He's going to just go and investigate the aliens. Okay. She has not a great chance at anything. Yeah, not a great chance. You're going to back up in Belgium. And Gabrielle, let's see if we can get Belgium.
Bringing them on board.
Like last time, we're getting ops. All right.
Public sentiment is increasing.
Good.
With us.
And yeah, this is what happens in the EU. Like immediate crackdown because. Yeah, the EU is going to be a massive battlefield. We are going to... It's just going to be interesting. We're going to see what happens. Also, we're losing We Are Not Alone for, like, close to the first time in all these runs. All right, because we have Crackdown, unless I get this other point. All right, we have 2 now. France is still ours. The UK is humanity first. No one's grabbed Germany, thankfully. Let's check orgs, and of course, the boost org is gone. This was expected. Like, honestly, this was expected. Oh, you need... Right now, we're getting persuasion. What we're going to be doing for recruiting is we need to get a good purger in our next cycle. So we're back up to 60. We're going to give that a go. Let's see here. What's our chances? We take our 75 for France. We public campaign France.
Where to?
He has a 6. We are going to try and grab... Let's try and grab a point in the Netherlands, because it's also adjacent to Germany.
At your service.
And let's see if we can get this last point in Belgium.
Every circumstance.
We might get lucky. We might just get lucky. Meanwhile, the Ukraine war is happening, and Exodus has purged us. Yep. Yep.
Supporters are in place.
Yep. All right. All right. We now have half of France. We have enough there. It is going to hurt, but we're briefly going to run a couple of ticks of spoils. Just so we can get orgs. Anything we really want right now? Not really, but... Actually, no. Let's run Unity instead. Don't get greedy right now.
Standing by.
All right. 62.
Standing by.
What's your chances? Also 62. What's your chances? 51.
Standing by.
51. All right. We're going to have him roll there again.
Our side.
Where do you need me?
And for how important Crackdown is, once we have influence, we're just going to be able to crack down and take that back. Once we have influence.
Establishing control. At your service.
Once we get the 3rd point in France, we can actually relax a little bit, and I think we're going to get it, so let's start public campaigning in Germany.
They are here to...
I'm gambling here, but it's a relatively safe gamble, but only relatively safe.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
You can see our trickle of boost is coming in. All right, we are at 3 of 4 points for the resistance in France. We're just going to do a little bit more unity. Great, we have a point in the Netherlands, and this is probably where I need to design my EU priority template. This is going to be for, the default template that I use for anything in the EU. Yep, it's just this. It's build MC. And then we're going to have a secondary one called fund, which we're going to save and not really run yet. All right, no Netherlands, but we have 3 in France. Okay. Consolidating executive control we need to do. There in September 2023 is our first actual unification day. So we need to actually gain executive control 180 days before that. It's about half a year. So we have some time where we can wait and not necessarily grab the executive immediately, but I'm still going to do it reasonably quickly. All right. Recruiting. Same set. We do not currently have influence. We're going to continue just grabbing greedily grabbing things. Oh, we actually have a decent chance of taking Italy. Let's start on Germany and Italy. Ooh. Let's public campaign first.
I'm here.
And then we are also going to grab. He's just going to grab Iceland. We're grabbing a couple of very tiny nations for this, just because that's what you need to do with the EU. We preferentially want to grab the 3 and 4 point. Mostly, we want to grab the 4-pointers as the mains in our EU start. We are actually going to do economic development for the EU, and this is because the EU has a tremendous number of core resource regions. The more of which you have, the better economic development gets.
We've moved the needle.
All right, can we get Germany? We are probably losing that, which is going to be bad. Like, this is the roughest start on research. All right, Iceland. So Iceland is going to start with our fund priority. We're probably going to get purged out of there, but our goal is to get it to join the EU. All right, we got the Netherlands, which we are sharing with humanity first. All right, let's set EU priority because that's all we're doing. Amazingly, we have Italy. I was not expecting to get Italy. Like, a lucky coin flip. But you take those. You take those every day of the week. All right, let's see here. Rebel, not what we're looking for. Astronaut, physicist, megastar, never mind. Diplomat, no. Fixer, maybe. We actually have gotten really lucky so far without hard needing to purge anything yet. I'm not expecting that to continue, especially given how much support the servants have in Italy.
Ready for orders.
But let's see if we can get another.
Bring this nation to our side.
Standing by.
We're gonna do a public campaign down here now. That's a 35. I don't like that much. We need money. In the EU, I like using Ireland as doing spoils. This is because it's so rich that even if I wreck it a bit, it's not that much of a problem. And it gives me a good, it'll give us a good number of spoils per tick.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
All right. Are we sharing with the servants now? That is the real question.
We've gained significant support.
All right, we have our second in Italy.
Significant support.
Ireland is just going kleptocratic.
We failed to take control.
Not Germany. Okay. Still fortunate. This is a really lucky EU opener. No, not yet.
Standing by.
Not yet. We haven't finished the grabby hands. Oh, nope. Humanity First got into Italy. And this is the problem. We want to make friends with Humanity First, but we want to consolidate control over our nations more than we want to make friends.
I will tell our story.
All right, let's grab that, and let's actually throw some resources at grabbing Germany. We cannot throw resources at grabbing Germany. Excellent. Let's grab that other point in
Bring them
Ireland.
on board.
The dreamer in me wants to.
Okay, we managed to win. We managed to win that, which means that, as per tradition, we grab rival domestic politics next. And by we grab rival domestic politics, I mean we immediately drop everything to research clandestine cells.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us. We're taking over.
All right. So we have France. Now, we're not building MC in France yet. This is because France is the leader. We are actually going to be building government. It's faster to build knowledge then go into government than it is to just build straight government. However, every time we merge in another nation, the knowledge that France currently has will take a hit and we have to rebuild
Our
it.
supporters are in place.
So with these large nations, we're eventually going to change over to running primarily knowledge once we have MC built, so that they boost France up instead while France runs government. But yeah, it's a very weird feeling start compared to the US or China, where you're just like, oh, I have a thing I'm going to do. Let's do the thing that we all know we're going to do. Let's see here.
Where do you need me?
Hide armies, hide halves because we don't care about them. And you can see we haven't even gotten into Germany yet, and we're basically full on our CP cap. This is the other rough thing with the big nations EU start, is your CP cap does not go a long way. I'm going to be abandoning the Netherlands and Belgium, most likely. Well, we are going to do public campaign there, because we need to eventually kick Humanity First out. We're going to do that.
Ready to go.
And we're going to do that.
Bringing them to our side.
And something that we're going to do is try and run
Cause is
our other nations abandoned while our big ones are doing things. So, like, I'm going to be grabbing smaller nations as part of this. The thing is, I'm going to be
in place.
mostly... we already are losing that, probably. Let's abandon you. So we're going to try running them abandoned. It's kind of cheesy that you can control so much and just say, we're gonna run this, and eventually things will matter again. That's an eventually us problem, and an eventually them problem. We're doing social science research. This is a social science org. And let's see here. Let's get our last bit of Germany.
To our side.
Your orders?
And let's see here. Continue building support in Italy.
At your service.
Alright, we're going... Who are we going to try? Let's start working on
On
Spain
board.
in the meantime.
Where to?
One of the things we're going to be really trying to do is get humanity first out of Italy. Like, right now, they're doing vaguely things that we want them to do. Humanity first has a habit of, I noticed that we do not have an army. Let's fix that.
Our presence is growing.
Alright, 4 out of 4 points in Germany, great. It is now time to swap Ireland over to our EU template and abandon it. Which actually means Unity is useless while abandoned, so we are going to get rid of that and just build mission control. And we are
Still lack support.
just barely inside of our cap.
It's growing.
So now that we have that, we're going to re-abandon it and see what happens. The EU start's actually really fun. Like, I do like the EU start. It just has some weird requirements compared to all of the other ones. The beloved officer, celebrity. Okay.
Ready to go.
Well, investigate alien activity.
Where do
You're going to need to get ops at some point. That is very much what I call a later me
Must
problem.
persuade the people. Acknowledged.
I'm here.
Let's try to get Spain again.
My mission.
Let's try to get Spain. And because we filled up so much, like, we're getting some boost. Any boost.
Union is moving in our direction.
There is an argument for building some more boost in France. I'm not going to do that yet.
We've got our people in place.
Eventually, I'm probably going to do that.
We've got our people in place.
But for right now, we are just going to do this. It might be useful to buy, but our money is relatively precious right now. Alright, you have Crackdown. We are now improving your ability to crack down. You haven't found a good purger yet, but I now need to stay above 60 CP to make sure we can purge when the time comes to it. Alright, all the large nations have been claimed. So we're gonna get Hungary started and abandon it.
Ready for orders.
Continue doing this in Italy.
I'm here. Establishing our presence.
And,
Ready.
sure, Lithuania. Use a giant ball of MC when you're not even that far into the game.
Side.
Mission
Yep.
is a no-go.
Oh, someone else already grabbed something.
Place.
Policy is abandoned.
We're taking over.
We're going through something. Alright, let's see here. You have all the BA persuasion jobs, so I guess I will continue increasing your persuasion. Actually, really like activists as starting counselors because they have all the persuasion jobs, and if you recruit an activist as a starting councilor,
Bringing
they
them
get really
to our
high
side.
command. This usually doesn't happen if you recruit them as a councilor mid-game,
Establishing our presence.
but if you get them at the start, it's actually fantastic.
Ready for orders.
And yeah, we're going to start on funding in the states that are not in the EU that can join the EU. All right. We have that. We're going to go for orgs. We have a decent chunk of science, but we're not going to go super spicy on science yet. On trying to control.
People in this world.
Really?
Those who think only of home and those who think only of the
And they picked mission to Mars. Immediately. Oh my god. I don't know, this happened in the China Start, it's happening in this one. This is the pain of not having, like, not going into the US and being able to control that. Because of how the EU works, I'm gonna start on some management research. Give a little bit over there.
Gain significant support.
Alright, so Bosnia, you need to go onto fund.
We're taking over.
Slovakia is going to do that.
We've gained significant support.
We still
The problem
have
is,
support.
right now everything's so small, running advise really doesn't matter that much, and we're just immediately losing things to purges. This is why I say the EU is a Thunderdome. Especially if you're going small nations. Large nations you can somewhat survive. Okay, let's see here. You're a social scientist. I might recruit you just for... Oh, wait, no. I have Levi. I'm recruiting Levi for the social scientist boost. And the next good purger I see, we are going to fire Gabrielle for.
At your service.
I guess stabilize Spain. Yeah, I guess stabilize Spain. You can see. We're scaling up in not that much time France's government, which is going to add up to a lot once September 2023 rolls around. Alright, let's continue on Italy.
Standing by for orders.
What is your purge
Ready for
chance
my
on any of the things we care about? Probably not great. Yeah, they haven't abandoned yet. Screw it. Purge.
Removing our enemies.
This is what we're going to be doing for a while, is, we can purge there. It'll be fine. Well, let's control Bulgaria and abandon it. No need to do that right now.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
There might be a need to do this,
We're
though.
stabilizing.
Yeah, we get that in February, March, April, May.
Our presence is growing.
Actually, no, we can hold on to that for a little bit.
We're in control here.
Here's one of the nice things. Every little bit of CP cap that we get just dramatically helps us for the EU. Alright. Ooh. Let's see here. Nope. Only has Crackdown. No. Investigator has Purge. Low Espionage. Innovative astronomer professor with all the social... he's 53. Haven't seen anyone who I really love yet.
Ready to go.
And I need to get a little bit more influence. And this is the other challenge right now, is our influence income is going to be pretty low because of what we're doing here. The EU is wealthy, and it has a good amount of research and can build a lot of MC. It's not really that populous.
We'll be running this place in no time.
Standing by for orders.
And that's something that's going to mess us up. Let's just start investigating, and then...
We'll restore peace to this nation.
I have new information.
Violence is abating.
Things are cooling off.
We've moved the needle.
We should be able to crack down and purge humanity first out of here as soon as we have the CP cap. Yeah, that was expected. Now, the problem with them getting executive control is they might try and, once they have that consolidated, they might try and pull the nation out of the EU. So now that that happened, we are going to have to go back into Belgium.
Try to sway the public.
And actually, we might want to go into the Netherlands first, except that we're not fighting back against fast. Right, and flexible. You're my crackdowner. We're going to boost your crackdown. Had purge.
Ready for orders.
What's this worth? Nah. That's the other thing. I don't believe in doing defend interest in the EU unless you have a complicated set arrangement in France.
We'll turn down the heat.
And the main reason for this is because...
Going after their people.
Standing by for order.
Will it help you out? A little bit, yeah.
We'll make things
It'll cost you a ton of resources, and there's too many countries that you're going to try and take. So rather than do that, really just purge them out again afterward.
Order is returning.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Things are stabilizing.
We've neutralized their key people.
My science is so sad currently. For full CP cap, we only have 600 science. Nope, has not updated.
Reporting in.
I know it's supposed to update on the 1st of the month. The problem is sometimes you get an update notification. Like,
Where do you need
I don't think it's an update notification. I think what it is sometimes because of
Where do you need me?
when you're running the game on fastest speed, it skips past the 1st of the month.
Standing by.
So we're going to go for that. Poland, we also need to really start working
At your
on.
service.
And honestly,
Standing by for orders.
they're going to know where we are. We're just going to be right out here doing things.
We'll turn down the heat.
February to June. Okay, that's better. That might get us high thrust probes in time.
Violence is abating.
Mission aborted.
Especially if Exodus picks...
Public sentiment
Rockets.
is increasingly with us.
Of course, there was an accident.
Of course they didn't. Of course they didn't.
Our associates are now in charge.
Thus, the crackdown and purging begins. Alright, let's see. We have 61. Let's see if we have a good purger to recruit. Not yet. Okay, right. This cycle will be when it actually happens, most likely. Yeah, might as well grab that.
People in place.
Ready for my mission.
Go after Poland.
Where to?
You're gonna make Spain happy, I guess. But first, 74%, 1%. Yeah. We really want 2 people doing this. It's very slow if we're doing it with only 1.
Restoring order.
This is the one where the EU opener is massively action intensive. Like, we are just gonna be going, and we're not gonna stop.
Things are stabilizing.
Order is returning.
The people will come to our side.
Crackdown complete.
Like, I'm a little sad I got so lucky, because I'm only going to have to show you fighting over Italy, rather than fighting over practically everything. But, like, the theory that I'm doing here is exactly what you would do, is you raise public support up, you crack down, you purge. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh. Well, maybe France is going to be running some spoils. Germany shall run some spoils. Oh, Germany's going to take a while. If I had Italy back. Yeah, Germany's going to run some spoils for a second. Because we want that. That's going to be nice. Every bit helps. Alright, let's see here. No. You have it, you're not very good. But you're also not very good. You know, temporarily he's going to be better than she gives. Let me think here, actually. 11, 17. Let me give 6. Okay, no. Nope, not yet. Oh. Except, council, recruiting. He has crackdown. Actually, you are a valid replacement. You are a valid replacement. Like, this is not ideal. So, she has public campaign and crackdown. This means that she can help out in multiple ways, and we're not really going to need that powerful control nation anymore.
Making our case.
This means that I can build
Ready for
Lottie more towards Purge, even though, again, not ideal.
Terminating the opposition.
We do, in fact, have a crackdown Purge pair, though. You need admin. Well, admin's coming.
standing by. On the way to the target site.
And sometimes you make do with what you have. And right now we are making do with what we have. Oh wait, you probably have some strife. Yeah, let's actually help you out. Yeah, not being able to run spoils as safely is another challenge with the EU start, because this is going to hurt Germany real fast.
Things are stabilizing.
It's worth it,
Mission in progress.
because this is great. And we'll probably grab that eventually. Because this gets her to good crackdown level.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
big?
Rather small, so we're now chemical rocketrying because we want high thrust probes, damn it.
Hearts and minds.
Ugh, it doesn't matter for Mission to the Moon. But the big problem right now, if we look at everyone's resources, not relations, we are technically a little bit ahead on boost except for the Academy. Let me go check. Does the Academy... What do they have that's giving them that much boost? I think Russia? Academy probably got lucky with orgs then. We want institutional outreach. We want chemical rocketry more right now. Oh, wait, no. We want outpost core. We're going to need to claim our moon base. April. That's approximately the right call. We abandon. Org Marketplace, no updates. 1st of March, no serious updates. Okay.
At your service.
Also not inspiring because I'm not sure anyone on my council right now is actually a long-term pick.
We must persuade.
Okay, we actually need to get into Poland
Ready to go.
because we have very few cycles to get the executive of Poland before Exodus is able to pull it out of the
Where do you
EU.
need me?
Where do you need me?
Unfortunately, with where we're at right now,
Offering support.
Ready to go. We'll turn down the heat.
I will help them.
that one's also going to be a huge project. We didn't do as much direct investing in the US or China just because they're so big, there's not much to do. I often DI into the Caribbean states a fair bit on the US.
We've hit 'em where it
Alright, so I
hurts.
think we're going to be able to get Poland with that.
Prepping for the next mission.
Yeah, 89%. We just need to get the executive so they can't remove it from the EU.
We are in control
Great.
now.
We have Poland. Let us abandon Bulgaria and continue doing the thing. March. That's spicy. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Orgs. All right. Let's see here. No. No. Maybe 54. You are better at your job than many of the people I currently have are at their jobs. Ooh, she has no ability to give CP cap, though. 54.
Standing by.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, the CP cap matters more.
Ready.
Like, we're not in a good state in regards to our Crackdown Purge Squad, but we're in a functional state.
Ready for my mission. We'll make things safe.
Your orders?
Purge the exec.
We're taking power.
Crack down the exec.
Standing by.
Acknowledged.
Where to?
Where to?
Let's give her a little bit more success chance. There we go.
Applying pressure on their
Expensive, but
Acknowledged.
whatever. You're gonna go there and do that. When is Kazakhstan? Oh. Well, Catholics love the Protectorate. I'm glad I already have Italy.
Trillions of dollars just sitting up there.
We're going to launch that probe. We're going to speed this up because we're sad.
We've moved the needle.
We've neutralized their key people.
I think we are going to abandon Denmark. Yeah. Who I need to get them out of the leadership of. Look, they took Belgium, Luxembourg back. Yeah. We're going to help with COVID. Alright. Germany has taken some damage, but we now have a good bankroll.
Our people have taken control.
And we have enough support that I'm going to stop running Unity. We have enough support that I'm going to stop running Unity. You are continuing up the Crackdown tree. Honestly, I'm taking it for the slight speed increase on what we're doing, and 2 CP and some influence income is 2 CP and some influence income. All right, Poland, we now have safely back in our hands. Okay, I guess I got to start working on the
Tell our
Netherlands.
story. Standing by.
At your service.
Oh, no, you are the
Where
Purger.
to?
You are the Crackdowner.
At your service.
73.
Acknowledged.
I'm going to go with the assumption that if I get the Crackdown, the Purge will work. And, yeah, here we are. I'm going to have to piss off humanity first soon enough anyway for Italy. I can do that and abandon here. All right, we have Outpost Core. Put that back in. We're going to buff that up as fast as we can. Yeah, man. It was humanity first and Exodus. Yeah, man. This is the other reason why you need to keep the AI out of things, is they will try starting a space program to build boost
Order is returned.
in the EU
Will come
and waste 50 IP.
Their control is vulnerable now.
In each of
All right. Where? Okay. It is so rare that I'm the one who has to go to shipbuilding or mass drivers. I often forget. All right, advanced electromagnetism is what I have to pick next, so that we can go towards mass drivers. I need to rush that. I need to get my boost orgs potentially existing. We want that eventually. Sure. Go for it, Exodus.
Our enemies are still in control.
Unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Don't like that at all. This is worth buying. We don't quite have enough for that. Alright, let's see here. Alright, actually, let's start from the beginning. No, we've seen you, we've seen you, we've seen you. You are good. Like to get him. Let me just see what else we got. Innovative physicist from Turkey. Okay, Alexander. Starts off with 12, 17. Council. Honestly, he basically does everything that Balzabek does, and he has a science trait. Equip board. And we are going to... You have Inspire. We're going to get you at least to Persuasion 10. You are my actual guy who does this. We're not buying that. We are, however, going to go back to Spoils Germany. Because the big thing is, we're going to be holding Germany for a while. We want to build all 21 of that mission control before we do anything else. And as a result, we're just going to be here for a bit. Unfortunately, I failed last turn, and that means that someone else has the opportunity to kick them out instead of me.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Ready for my mission.
Let's keep you from being mean to Denmark.
Turning up the heat.
Where to?
Let's get Levi.
I'll speak with them.
Or Levy? I'm not sure. Provide some economic aid.
It takes so very...
Oh, God. Why? Well, I'm saving up for high thrust probes. I think I have to given what has happened, I'm going to save up for high thrust probes, and we're going to deal with it that... Oh, my God. We are getting nasty events at the start. We cannot even send a HAB because it costs 9. Well, there's at least a bunch of good moon sites. Piri would be fantastic. Like, that is an incredibly good Piri. We are probably not going to get that. And that Korolev is worth keeping long term. Just from... Alright. That is also not high thrust probes. That is interplanetary chemical rockets. We are now doing interplanetary chemical rockets. What's going on? I should have done this before. I'm going to show you how slow this goes. So, France is going to start building
Our
boost.
associates are now in charge.
And it's going to increase the amount of boost that we have available ever so slowly. Guess all them already. Yeah. Interesting. This is a... Innovative Physicist is just a good combo.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
Ready.
Alright. What do we want to grab? Let's... 47 days, 34 days, yeah. This is the one that we need to actually do.
Opposition.
Standing by for orders.
Where do you need me?
Actually, one
Standing
thing
by for
I
orders.
should do. If you click on this little button over here, it allows you to rearrange your council. This is actually really nice. I would like these two to be right next to each other, because that means I can just go, we are crackdowning this place. We are purging this place.
We'll turn down the heat.
Where do you need me?
I thought I would have more time to build something besides boost. Nope.
Telling our story.
Alright, high thrust probes. This game, this start. I'm just going to let the AI take it. The AI is just going to take that for a bit because they have forced me into projects that I don't want to do right now. So, now that we have interplanetary chemical rockets, we have... It's 6.6
Cleaning
boost.
things up.
The Academy is the only one who is likely to beat me there. which is unfortunate. I
Just
wonder
imagine I thought-
how likely is it for me to be able to coup Kazakhstan?
The people will come to our side.
We've neutralized their key people.
Okay, great. We are going to be able to retake the Netherlands. Oh, and they've abandoned it. Okay, yeah, we're... I normally call this cheese. I think coupping Kazakhstan turn 2 is a very cheesy strat. Coupping Kazakhstan
Control now.
in the middle of May, several years later, I think is a legit strat when you realize that you need boost now. You are purge. Kingpin. Kingpin. Wow, you have the saddest base stats I've ever seen in a Kingpin. Operative. Also terrible stats. She might be one of the better picks, but she is also quite old. Okay. So, coup.
What's the op?
Levi, do you have coup? You don't have coup.
What's the
So,
op?
Satoshi has coup.
What's the op?
He doesn't have a great chance at it right now, which is why what we're going to do is public campaign,
Must persuade the people.
Standing by.
increase unrest,
We will bring it down.
public campaign.
We must persuade the people.
Oh, yeah. Also, if you note, we have already pissed off other factions enough for them to be actively mad at us.
Ready.
It took significantly into holding America for that to happen in the other runs. Yep. So, we have executive control. We could federate Norway and the UK. We are waiting till September for anything else. Italy is still really far away from building all of its
Public sentiment
mission
is
control.
increasingly with us. Public
Germany has been giving us money rather than building a ton of mission control, which I thank Germany for.
The uprising is underway.
All right. Probably going to lose... Oh, I should probably take the other point there. Sure. Principle-based warfare. That's a great pick, humanity first. Excellent choice. Poland is going. Poland is going. Let me see here. First of the month. Right, yes, the saddest kingpin.
Your orders.
Let's check our coup chance. Yeah, let's do it.
Change.
I'm going to, again, right now I am just trying to buff this coup so that this coup happens and I get some boost production. So I can beat the Academy to the moon and actually probe
Standing by
Mars.
for orders.
And, in the EU, let's re-crack down Belgium. So we're wasting so many points on
Cracking down.
stupid things. Oh, wait, no, we need to crack down Spain. We have no chance of cracking Spain down through defend. Or we can just take Ireland. Let's just take Ireland back.
We're taking power.
And we have the Netherlands. The Netherlands is going to take a while to actually get through everything. EU is such an interesting start. There's a lot of cool interplay in this. And it's going to turn into an insane space empire once I have the resources that I need to turn it into an insane space empire.
Moving in our direction.
Okay, we have high thrust probes. We're going to start researching space types. We're going to super prep that. Do that. Can I probe Mars yet? 4.1, no.
Revolution is coming.
The coup failed.
Cleaning things up.
Well,
Prepping for next.
we're going to try it again next time. This is definitely one of those, if you were trying to play super seriously and super fast, you would save scum that. Again, I think that is a pretty lame way to play the game, in most cases. There are exceptions, and those exceptions I think are pretty notable. I'm not going to do it for this, but I'm certainly thinking real hard about it. Alright, let's see here. Scientist, social scientist, innovative. Meh. Fixer from Jordan. Investigator. Fixer from Jordan is interesting. I don't think so right now. I'm really looking for some combination of Purge and a Science trait or Purge and an XP trait for whoever is taking that role in my council.
Time for some new
All right, we're
leaders.
gonna go for it again.
Where do you need me?
The elites are not satisfied, and we're just going to continue this.
Ready for orders.
Just going to continue doing this, and you're going to grab this, and
You need me? Headed there now.
let's see if we can keep Ireland. Oh. That was silly of me. Abandon that. Not
We
matter.
move the needle.
Academy.
The needle.
I get Kazakhstan here.
The people will be free.
There we go. All right, so we have code Kazakhstan. We are now up to plus 3.4 boost per month. And this is the thing that happens for the EU, is we're going to start losing nations. I don't have a good enough council to keep them all in. I'm trying to keep the large nations in. Ooh. We might lose Spain.
With each passing day,
Diplomacy has its...
At least the AI is now picking useful things. Now. Finally. Took you long enough. Alright, Levi. Let's see here. You do have Assassinate. You do have Assassinate. I'm going to get him an admin first, though, just because he needs at least some. I've already seen you.
Where to?
Alright.
Make
Can we avoid losing Spain?
Ready for my
In
mission.
order to avoid losing Spain, we need to actually land the crackdown on the executive this turn. Which is going to be tight. I don't think we're likely to get it. But,
Bye.
well, what else are we going to do? Okay, no. Nope, Spain is a lost cause. We're going to have to take it back later.
Restoring order.
Standing by. We'll make our
I think instead what we're going to do in that
Standing by for
case
orders.
is focus on not losing Belgium.
making our case.
I'm here.
What's the op? I will try to sway the.
Yeah, Italy is nowhere near the point where we
Standing
need to
by.
care about doing that yet.
Reporting in. I'll make sure they're on our side.
Where do you need me?
We're not talking to the servants.
Investigating target.
Let's see if we can make
Breakthrough.
even a vague amount of peace with anyone. I doubt it. Alright. We now have that. Let's start on you. Just the academy is at 3.9. At my current income, unless something weird happens, I will beat them to the moon base before I have to worry about it.
We've got some intel on our target.
Things are stabilizing.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Why?
We're winning their hearts and minds.
If we get 6, we're taking that moon. Yep, alright. Netherlands. Composite armor does not matter. Yep. So, Spain is a lost cause right now. Spain, we will come back to later. Alright. We have some admin orgs to buy. Ooh. We have a boost org to buy. That is so much more important. So much more important. Also admin orgs. Let's see here. You need this. And we'll buy the admin orgs with the next set. we're going to need this. Yeah, this is the rough spot for this particular start, is we do not have the money I would like. Actually, we're holding Ireland now. Ireland, you are also running spoils. Germany, I'm going to make you run slightly less.
I'll speak with them.
All right, let's see here.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
What's the op?
All right,
Telling our
let's
story.
take
Where
let's
to?
take Belgium back
Targeting their key people.
and then re-abandon it.
Orders? Terminating the opposition.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Violence is abating.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Their control is
Great,
vulnerable
okay.
now.
We have enough boost that France is going back to running government. Rude. If only we had Russia. Okay. And yeah, build mission control here.
Our people have taken control.
We're back in there. And let's get us some admin. Learner. Sweden, by cost.
Reporting in.
All right. We are next going to start working. Ooh.
We'll make our appeal.
Yeah, we're going to next start working on the Netherlands because we're going to have to work on the Netherlands.
We'll make things safe.
Alexander, grab the other point here because I should have done that a while ago. Let's see, Netherlands. What's my current chance? Not high enough.
We must persuade the people.
Ready. I'll ensure their loyalty. I don't think I've changed their mind.
Well then. Okay. Well, I guess we are going to start being very rude to the servants much earlier than I was normally planning to. Let's see here. You have 9 base. Our target aware and secure. Let's see here. Yeah. I haven't even really been messing with the servants, so that actually comes as a bit of a surprise.
Order is returning.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Why are they this mad at me? Are their incomes that bad? I mean, I guess it's just envy, because
Our supporters are
we probably are currently the strongest faction in terms of control of the world. Because this is actually something I normally... It's why I don't... why I often leave the EU to other factions. Is so that they instead just spend their time fighting over it and ignore me. But it's open season on servants now. It is open season on servants. Do I want more boost? I probably want more boost. So let's get us some more boost. And now we're going to be careful. You, Mr. You are just going and espionaging. Alright.
Acknowledged.
And given what just happened, go to ground.
Down.
Ready for orders.
Let's go to ground.
Going silent.
At your service.
Let's go to ground. I guess over here. No one owns it. You want to go to ground in places you own, generally.
Ready for my mission.
This is one of the reasons why. This is also a tricky thing about the EU, as
I'm here.
people can just find you.
Surveilling target.
Initiating deep cover.
Initiating deep cover.
Going off the grid.
Going off the grid.
We've got some
Yeah,
intel.
it's
on
been
our
a
target.
while since I had someone assassinated by any one-button alien. One hit good on you, servants. On the other hand, vengeance will be swift and bloody. Actually, yeah, I want to get at least a little bit into this. Yep. Oh. And unfortunately, we're not going to even be able to start merging things in. Ireland's close. What works we got? Boosting espionage again. And I'm just going to go double check recruits, make sure there's no one who I like more. No, there is no one I like more.
Ready for orders.
Alright, let's find us some servants.
Investigating target.
Ready for my mission.
Also, contact the two people who've been purging the most.
Where do you
Oh,
need me?
we actually have not been hitting the Academy that hard. We have been hitting Exodus hard because they've been coming after what is ours.
Ready. Investigating target.
Belgium's back. Down 17. What do I shed? Could actually shed Ireland. Let's not. How much longer do you have? Okay, I actually need to take Belgium back because Belgium is almost ready to merge in.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
You just purge Exodus here. You can just purge Exodus. Yeah, Belgium is going to be getting merged in soon, so... Am I even holding? Not much. I'm not losing Kazakhstan. Alright, I'm going to temporarily abandon Ireland. So we can gain the point in Belgium.
Making contact.
You're standing in the way of
No,
progress.
we are not non-aggression pacting. I am not being dumb. Oh, right. I forgot to re-equip her orcs. That is a dumb thing of me. Actually, Exodus, I would like you to be less pissed at me. 200? Okay. I'm about to take something.
Contact.
Though our methods may differ, we both wish to safeguard humanity.
She's already researched it.
Nothing unusual found.
I have new information.
Excellent. We have found a servant. Normally, I would not actually hit the servants this hard right now, strategically, because hitting the servants
Our
pisses off the
associates are unable
aliens.
to take control.
Alright. So it be. So it be. Hey. Let me consider here. You are going to need to get your ability to assassin up very quickly. That was all my money. But it was worth it. Scientist, product manager, innovative military engineer. I suppose the only upside to that might be the fact that there's not that many people on my current council that I want to keep around long term.
Reporting in.
Like, Levi and Alexander are the main two.
Work in the public.
Alright, Lottie, you can easily purge this.
Standing by for orders.
Let us continue investigating this servant.
We'll see
I don't have
what's
enough
ahead.
ops. Yeah, I need more ops income.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Italy is going to take a while.
Nothing unusual found.
Terrible rolls are terrible. Great. Lunar base complete, except we do not have space mining.
The people will come to our side.
This is what happens when the AI is in charge of the tech tree.
Recon
Here's all.
complete.
Our associates are now in charge.
So, we have Belgium. We are going to get... Let's see here. I'll defend. How much money we got? We got 300 money. Get you that. You are going to be back on crackdown and searching duty, unless I found someone new. Nope.
At your service. I'll make sure they're on our side.
Standing by.
And given what just happened, I'm a little paranoid about who can see who.
Going into hiding.
I'd like to think very few people would blame me for that. Okay. Of course she already has Untouchable. But she might be low enough loyalty to turn.
Where to?
So, as soon as Belgium is done with its last mission control, we are merging Belgium into France,
Shaking my tail.
which is up to 9 on Democracy Index.
We've got some intel on our targets.
Man.
In 1954, the Americans built the first...
Ah, the Academy has decided to screw themselves over. How wonderful. And I cannot take that. I can take it like this. Let's see if I actually can pull that off.
Do not seek to be the elephant.
Good. Good. You picked mass drivers. My God. Alright. Hasn't even wasted resources up because they picked terrible things. Get more boost. Not actually sure that I need more boost that much. Well, ooh. That, on the other hand, 877, me likey. You're gonna get some more persuasion. 62, nope. Extremist, quick learner, 51, nope. Innovative, quick learner, industrial engineer, project manager, nope. Really? No. Nope. We're gonna keep on keeping on.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
Ready to go. We'll open a
Academy,
chat.
let's chat again.
Acknowledged.
I'm gonna buy you. I would like to buy you. I want to buy you. Boy, do we need money right now. Let's do this just because we need to save up a lot of boost.
I'll make sure
Inspire
they're
you.
on our side.
At your service.
Now, the thing that I really want to do
We'll see what they're up to.
is find a servant to turn
Reporting in.
and then sweep through their entire organization. I also need to hit the Protectorate because they got pissed at me also.
Initiating contact.
Alright, you
Though
do
our
not have that
methods may
equipped.
differ,
I would
we
like to
both
have
wish
that.
To safeguard humanity.
I would like both of these things, Academy. Let us see what you're willing to trade. Don't need that. Willing to lose that. Willing to lose that. Actually, more willing to lose this. Nope, but they like science orgs. Alright. That's going to help us out a bit. No. Absolutely not, servants. Absolutely not. Servants have the US, don't they?
Nothing of note.
Oh! How did... That has to be a concerned citizen event.
Person of interest surveilled.
The servants have India. You know... That is the best place for them to take. Because the servants are going to take one of the large states. They have a heavy focus on getting persuasion counselors, and the aliens will just gift them things. So, them having India is great because India at the start of game really is not in a good spot. Like, early game India, or rather, India sucks pretty hard right now, given what's going on in the game. You're going to grab that. You're going to grab that. And this is mostly, it is both unstable and takes a long time to really get seriously going in any build. You already have defend interests. I want to buy that next. Alright, Belgium, is it time? It is time. We're going to go full spoils and merge you in.
Ready.
Alright, so... No chance of actually getting her turn.
I'll speak with them.
Unfortunate.
Standing by for
So now we are going to go in here. National policies. Unification 87 days. Well, maybe we're not going to merge you in. We are, however, going to go full spoils right now.
ready to go.
Because we need a pretty hefty infusion of cash, and I would like Germany to get... It's going to take Germany about 2 years with the amount of boost we have to be already reversed. Alright. Useful thing. Share. Percentage that you get. IPs per month. What bonuses you have to that priority. Fantastic little toggle that more people ought know exist. Let's see here. Can I give him that? No. She does not need that. Alright. Well, I guess we're not doing that then. Spain's already out. We have any chance of stopping them in Poland, so we're going to go for that.
Ready for orders.
Standing by.
Who's this other servant? The servants also have a strong tendency to buy people with the really nice resistances to assassination tech. Ooh.
Mission in progress.
If she drops dead right now, I'm going to be mad. It's also going to be on me.
Mission is complete.
Laying the groundwork.
Mission in progress.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
I have new information.
Alright, and the Academy has screwed themselves with Deep Space Skywatch.
No sway in their minds.
I had to give up on that one to get space mining up. We are now going to control all of these. As much as we can, we are not going to be able to control all of them. We are probably going to lose this one after this set, but what else was I researching? I was researching space dock. You know what? That can go to the Academy. Artemis torpedoes are great. Ooh, we are above cap. By a fair bit of that, and we have nothing that we can yeet, really. Alright. New orgs. Oh! The IMF? Well, we're gonna buy it. I think we're gonna put it on you. That helps. That is solidly a major help. I like that. Still nothing good on recruits. This is going to give us a substantial science boost at a time when we don't have that much science. Get some admin. Okay.
I'm here.
They're going to continue being paranoid about getting found.
Evading pursuit.
Where to?
It's fine, only the Academy knows. Have you met Humanity First yet? No. Humanity First likes stabbing, though, and we have, in fact, purged them from several places.
Standing by.
I failed to purge them there. Poland. Poland is the one that I need to get right now.
Targeting their key people.
Oh, wait, no. She needs to go to ground.
Standing
We're
by.
probably losing Poland.
What's the op?
Well, actually, what we're going to do is purge the Protectorate here. The new servant. And he's beloved. Yep. This is the problem. It is the reason why what I really like doing is making peace with humanity first and letting them pull the trigger on all these things.
Going silent.
Going off the grid.
Evading pursuit.
You know what's good to do? Let's also go check on Mars while we're at it. Get space dock. Yeah, let's get started on our labs. So on that, Mars is February 2024.
Differences in our languages are irrelevant.
Rival international relations. Okay, we're gonna go for. Is that gonna be worth it for Mars? 3 months versus rival markets. I think we're going to go for rival markets. It is behind, but there's not much we can do about it.
Here's what we found.
By shit is behind, I mean we wasted a lot of time trying to get high-thrust probes to grab good sites. I probably didn't need to do that, but it felt really bad to not. Okay. We don't yet have the money for that. It's not updated. Alright. Lati. Crackdown 75.
Where do you need me?
Like, he honestly has a decent chance all by his own. I think I would rather just have him do that all on his own while she continues investigating.
Ready to go.
Let's see what this servant does.
Where do you need me?
Ready.
Go to ground.
Initiating deep cover.
Unification Germany still. 2 more months. 2 more months before we get the chance to do that. Just in case, we're going to boost.
Must persuade the people.
Road ahead is fraught.
Pursuit.
Road behind us is fraught.
Person of interest surveilled.
Okay, 15 loyalty is too high.
Complete.
We can see xenoforming, so we're going to put that up.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Fucking event system. We have the boost to pay for this. That can be crippling to your early game by losing you important mining sites on the moon. You know, mining. If we had it, and we don't have enough ops for that.
Our people have taken control.
Policies, re-abandon. Okay, At this stage, we are buying this. 16. Okay, let's see here. Innovative. No. No. Innovative project manager, not with that age. Technocrat. Particular innovative project manager demanding is one I would consider in other circumstances.
Ready to go.
Like, we might just be on a no quick learner run, which would kind of suck, but
Where to?
so sometimes it just happens. Screw it, let's advise France.
Where to?
Alright. Let us make it harder for... Oh, wait.
Ready for my mission.
You can just do this by yourself. We are going to have him do it by himself.
Eliminating the opposition.
I'm here.
Alright. Our new servant. Prosperous, famous reformer, survivor, streetwise.
Eyes on top.
Let's just see if 15 is actually her loyalty. Let's just see.
I think we had a breakthrough. Lending my expertise.
Builds
Surveillance
mission
complete.
control. 17. Yeah, we're not touching 17. All right. Italy's getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Yep. Yep. We'll get it back.
Target secure.
We've removed some threats.
And this is why when you're in the EU start, you have no friends. The only friend we could possibly have right now is the Academy. And I don't think we're terribly likely to actually make good peace with them. I believe I looked at these guys already. Yeah, I looked at these guys already. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy that. Nah.
I'm here.
Yeah, 0%. Whilst I
We'll make
inspired
sure
you.
They're on our side.
I'm here.
Acknowledged.
Okay. That's been removed. That's been removed. Still somehow with us. I'm going to retake Ireland.
Targeting the opposition.
Where do you need me?
And let's talk to the initiative.
Reaching out.
Ready for my mission.
We're not going to make peace with
In the
them.
public.
It might be worth talking to them. Oh, I'm way over cap again. End of January. End of January, and I will be able to actually do this.
Initiating contact.
You're not going to do this non-aggression pact thing.
Throw your lives away.
I would like that. I think we're just going to bribe him with 5. 20. Right. Money. My DSM, money. You care about money, not influence. Bribe him with 60 to be less pissed at us when we purge him. However, our MC is great.
We cannot just
Like,
send up a bunch of
this is the flip side of all of this annoyance, is our MC is fantastic.
We've moved the needle.
We lost that trail.
How rude. And we'll have a mine soon on the moon. Once we have our moon mine, we will be, you
Prepping for mission.
abort mission. There's no reason to spend
Mission aboard.
the influence on an 8%. Anything else? Anything new? Let's see. Arnie, quick learner, has the important missions. That's a maybe. Astronomer, academic, awkward. Innovative doctor. Okay, you are starting up with 6, 12, 13. $11, 17, 18. Okay. Yep. Satoshi, you have been fantastic. It is time to replace you with this man from Pakistan who is much younger and a quick learner. He can even be part of backup on Team Crackdown. He just needs public campaign. There we go. Mr. Admin. Not yet have the ability to Mr. Admin. However, we can get you this, which is a better org. Okay. Slowly but surely, our team improves. 1, 2.
Your orders?
Alright, Levi is going to start mowing the lawn and getting rid of all this alien junk.
We'll make
Is it
our-
time?
Standing
No.
by for orders.
Let us start inspiring
They're
again.
on our side.
Reporting in.
Okay, Ireland. We have this set. We have to retake Spain. Italy we're going to work on soon. We did lose Poland because there's not much chance of hitting that. Well, we might have been able to. We might have been able to, but let's keep Lithuania.
We're
Let's just
taking
keep...
power.
Oh, no. Let us have you go to ground before you get stabbed.
Evading pursuit.
Have you
At your
retake
service.
Lithuania.
We're taking power.
Going into hiding.
I think we had a breakthrough.
France is almost through running government, which is nice. By almost, I mean, progress is being made.
The people will come to our side.
We have enough for our mine. When the ability to mine shows up,
Falling back.
We are in control now.
all right. Yeah, we're running EU things there. Needs to progress. Do I want that? Does he have hostile takeover? He has hostile takeover. That will take 5 months to pay itself back. I don't think that's worth it. Especially considering there's more admin orgs that we could buy.
Making contact.
Talk to the Academy.
Acknowledged.
Exodus has reasons to stab us.
Hunkering down.
Ready.
But 1st of February. Hey, let's unify Belgium.
Time to make our move.
Ready.
Grab that other point in Lithuania.
Removing our enemies.
Acknowledged.
Let's purge Estonia.
Removing our enemies.
Because it's there.
Gonna chat.
Though
Academy,
our
I would
efforts
like to actually have a
wish to
friend.
safeguard humanity.
I would also love to buy this from you. Let's see here. Sell you that. Sell you that. Honestly, sell you that. I don't think I needed that much. No. never mind. Yeah, that's worth.
Mission in progress.
And I'm going to continue putting them on Helmand because he has hostile takeover, and we might be able to actually make use of that.
Going silent.
Outpost Mining Complex. Currently winning this. Nope. Need to keep that level of investment going. So we're going to hit these 2 purges, followed by the set policy. Oh, Unification, Belgium. Ah, we finally have a unification. The EU grows. We raised our education, in part through everything else, and our democracy is still going.
We're in control here.
Awesome. All right, we have Lithuania. It is now just going to run funding until it maxes out its funding. Okay, take me there. Mars sites. Damn, that's a lot of fissiles. Okay. Not many good first picks here. Like, this one, I think that 17 fissiles is actually the play, even though it doesn't have a lot of metals, because it does have enough of everything. So I'm going to drop one there. I'm going to drop to get one with better metals and nobles. Yeah, this is not a great Mars. That might be the play. Yeah, 71's hard to pass up. And 33, a 47 volatiles is actually very nice.
Wrapping up here.
Yeah. Is it not a fantastic Mars? I've had better, I've had worse. But this one, not solid. Well, I'll have to go through in depth for more, but let's see, February, March, end of next month. Yeah. It's going to be a little slow. I probably claimed one too many sites. But the AI is at the point where they can start claiming some, and I wanted to make sure they didn't.
We're going in. Ready.
All right, Oregon Marketplace. Oh, we can get some of our research back. Nope. Useful to have, useful to have.
Where to?
Okay, let's see here. None of these are great stealables. We've made peace with the Academy. I'll make sure there's no one new who we want more. Oh. Oh, why hello there, sir. Learner, doctor, insecure.
Where do you need me?
All right. And we're increasing we are slowly but steadily increasing our strength. So, what's our next target? This is an important question for the EU, is what's our next target? Our next target is probably going to be taking that point back in Italy. Because I would like to make any amount of peace with humanity first, and that will require us, making some peace with them. Actually, Alex, can we get intelligence sharing with the Academy? I don't think we can.
Where to? Initiating contact.
Acknowledged.
Ready.
7. Okay, no. We need to public campaign in Italy a bit more first.
Must persuade the people.
Ready for my mission.
49.
Targeting the center of power.
Reporting in. We must persuade
And
the
does
people.
he have it?
I'm here.
No, but he does. So let's do that, and we'll have Levi talk to the Academy.
Establishing contact.
Though our methods may differ, we both wish to
Please.
safeguard humanity.
I would really love to do this because it will give us I have $300 left to do this. Yes, but I 200, even better. Would I 100? 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. Yes, here we go. Okay. We have a friend who is not messing with our nations. I don't even know what she's holding. Okay, so she has Brazil.
We've moved the needle.
Does she just have Brazil?
Our case remains unheard.
Oh, she has Brazil, Indonesia, and Japan. Okay, that makes sense for why the Academy is doing reasonably well.
Their control is vulnerable now.
Alright. And now that we've done that, we can start taking actual revenge on the servants. We want Fission Pile. Outpost Mining Complex. Honestly, I don't need it as hard anymore because I spent my boost on sites. Again, probably not the greatest idea. But given how unlucky I have been so far, I felt justified.
Going in hot.
Alright. Let's see here. Only Germany. Yeah, Germany's going to take a little bit still. Because they have 17 versus Germany's 19. Let's advise Germany to try and speed them up, if only slightly. Now that we have this, though, alright. I want to buy those off you, but I'm not going to be able to anytime soon. Tech boosts. Mostly the Academy. Mining boosts. Doesn't really matter. Oh, let's go find an enemy. Where are the servants? I don't really want that. Yeah, right now, hostile takeover. Oop. We are visible. Let us not be as visible. We are visible. Let us not be as visible.
Ready to go. Going into hiding.
Auti.
Ready.
We're just gonna start trying to find either the servants or the protectorate.
Initiating surveillance.
Why did you immediately terminate that?
Initiating deep cover.
AI.
Offering counsel.
Going into
Well, we had it for a turn. I forgot. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb.
Intel on our targets.
We found
I forgot I was going to be purging Italy. I'll get it this turn.
Culture.
Okay, rival economic relations. I want to do this now, but I'm afraid of losing control of the tech tree again. Like I currently am over there. Like, there. So I'm going to do industrialization of space just now, just to make sure it gets in there. Corridor diplomacy is done. Fission pile. Let's run that.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
Yeah. Oh, got Serbia back, which actually is useful. Ooh, hello. Okay. Need some more money again. Oh boy, do we need money. Kingpin, no. Alright, we're back to people we've looked at.
Gear up. I'm here.
Yep, let's advise Germany.
Offering support.
Your orders?
Is it going to expire here? 31st of March now. So we purge now,
Start getting the opposition.
and we continue to try and find. I know you are not. This
Eyes
man
on
might be.
target.
Ready for my mission.
I will help them.
I will report when my mission is complete.
Might just stab.
Since humanity's earliest days,
For
we have
fuck's
marveled at
sake.
the mystery above our head.
Oh my god.
I have new information.
Okay, so mission to the asteroids. We
Personal
really,
surveillance.
really don't want that right now because that means, God, AIY. Okay, we're gonna hit industrialization of space. It's not gonna be. We're gonna hit some of the techs you actually need for Jupiter Rush to deal with this.
Target's still in one piece.
Like, I can get
We are in
Vasimer,
control now.
which is not really the Jupiter Rush drive, which is not a Jupiter Rush drive, but fulfills the necessary requirements of getting us to the asteroids fast enough. Also means I need to build a Earth shipyard. Let's see. Do we have any other... Let's transfer these over to our actual persuasion man. You are full. You are full. We're not full. You are full. I need to get 3.7k. We're gonna do a little bit. We're gonna do some of this in France this time because, well, we don't got that many options.
Ready
Okay.
for my mission.
Levi, go look at the aliens. Continue advising Germany.
Lending my expertise.
Ready for order.
19.1. Yeah, turn councilor, no chance. Right, you're beloved. We are not going to be stabbing you
Surveilling target.
yet.
Ready for my mission. We'll see what they're up to.
Your orders.
Make sure there's no one sitting here that I want. Nope. Yeah, next set thing. Alright, we have Outpost Mining Complex. Next month we're going to be able to build our mine on the moon,
Offering support.
which will save us a lot of time for our mines on Mars.
We've got some intel on our target.
We've got some intel on our target.
Just going to let this go. Probe Ceres when it happens and hope that I should be able... Once I have my moon mine
Alien is
active.
taking people command.
Okay. Once I have my moon mine active, we'll be able to do some things.
Cleaning things up.
Yeah. And it's been so long since the AI actually managed to get into control of things, I'm not used to it. Which is funny to say, given what the game is and is about, but I'm really not used to the AI being able to set tech choices. Especially not this early. It's probably because I don't play the EU Start anywhere near as much. Like, we're getting there. And especially the large nations one where you just don't have
Ready.
research control. Germany's our best research nation. Its ratio is not fantastic.
Offering counsel.
Acknowledged.
I should do this purge before
Terminating
he
the
kicks them
opposition.
out.
Your orders?
117 days. Yeah, we're starting to get close to the point where other things can be fused in. Like, Italy is 5. Well, Italy's getting there. I say we're getting close, and, like, it's months away. Alright, let's see if I can't bully the servants, if I can bully the protectorate.
I will help them.
Surveillance complete.
Surveillance complete.
Now, luckily, they're somewhat building mission control in most of the nations we don't have. Unluckily, they're also building useless stuff.
Target remains operational.
Our associates are now in charge.
Alright, we got Latvia. Latvia, yeah, needs to finish its mission control. Just going to do that so that if a event I forget, it's not a problem. Going to boost your admin again. You are going to get you ore. Because ore is a useful org. I believe I've seen all of them. Yeah.
Ready for orders.
Well, South America's about to become problems. C'est la vie. Okay. We only have the Protectorate. You don't have Advise. Guess. Just do this.
We'll turn down the heat.
Let's do a little bit of Stabilize. You have now been spotted too many times.
Standing by.
You have been seen by the ones who have an assassin.
Initiating deep cover.
Ready to go.
That's fine. Ooh, that is a low loyalty.
Tracking targets.
That might be what we're looking for.
Shaking my tail.
Hunkering down.
I have new information.
7. 7 might be
We
possible.
got some intel on our target.
Things are cooling.
It's not super likely given what our resources are, but it's possible. Oop. Also, don't forget, you have a mine on the moon. Now we go to 4.9, build our solar collector, and then we can start launch our mine to Mars.
Standing by.
Two ops per month at a time when I need ops. No? No. Almost, but no. And those are the guys I've already seen.
Hunkering down. Your orders?
Let's speed up Italy, actually.
Assistance.
Alright, what's our turn chance? That's respectable. That's respectable, and we might be able to rob them blind.
Hunkering down.
Standing by.
The initiative also has a reason to stab us.
Hunkering down.
They still only have 1 point.
Going into hiding.
It's probably the pity point, but I'm not sure.
Offering counsel.
The initiative and control of the U.S. is pretty on point, though, honestly. Like, pretty very on point.
They're on too tight a leash.
Yeah. Probably should. This is the one where I'm like, I'm sort of in the I'm going to have to go retake them afterward
We will never know.
mindset. Alright. So what we're going to do right now is to try and deal with the fact that missions to the asteroids is likely to be done pretty soon, which is why we're grabbing this. Oh, wait, no.
Your orders?
That was a mistake. that was definitely a mistake because I forgot that we also need to... There are multiple things we need to get before we can actually send a ship out for that. Well, womp womp.
Restoring order. Reporting in. Offering support.
Ready
I'll
for
see
my
is
mission.
yep, Germany, Italy. Don't merge in before you finish your MC. That's the big thing for the EU start, is as painful as this is for waiting and watching other countries leave, don't merge in before you have your MC built.
Standing by for orders.
Standing by.
Okay. Is there anything that we really... Austria would be bad to lose.
Turning up the heat.
Where to?
Let's just do that. We're gonna take that one and abandon it. They'll probably start kicking out their other nations then. But...
My words meant nothing to them.
so close. So close.
Things are stabilizing.
A little too well.
If it isn't ours, it's somebody else's.
No, actually, given what's going on, we might need nuclear freighters to get things to Ceres. Ceres.
Prepping for next mission.
So we're going to probe that, and
Away from us.
let's see. When are we getting that? That is April 2025, and it will probably, without nuclear freighters, take 2 years. We could have a ship by then. I need to get both of these, but we could have a ship by then.
We are in control now.
Okay. Let's just buy stuff and try and trade with the Academy. Get more admin. Always could use more admin. Let's see here. We know where the initiative is. Protectorate is the only other one we know.
Going silent. Ready to go. Lending my expertise.
Where do you need me?
Oh, everyone knows where you are. Nope. Go to ground. Not pass go. Do not get yourself shot.
Ready to go.
Alright. Well, we're gonna grab... We are going to do our best to grab
At your
Vienna.
service.
Or, Austria. And everyone knows where you are too, so we are going to continue plan nope.
Going off the grid. Initiating deep cover.
Going off the grid. Offering counsel.
Zil is very
Going off
fucked.
the grid.
Yeah, so 16 to 17. That's the problem, is advice is only giving me 1.5 points. I'm doing it to try and get... Oh, shit, right. I forgot I needed to crackdown and then purge, because crackdown resolves for everything and purge resolves after, but we can probably hold on to that point. Given that these guys are merging in soon. STI. No. Alright. I'm probably going to see if I can merge in another one and then call this video good, because it's been about 2 hours. We are nowhere near as far into the game as we were on any of the other videos.
Where do you need me?
But that's because of how in-depth the EU opener is in terms of how many actions it takes to actually get going and how often you need to just
Telling our story.
sit there and do
I'm
things.
here.
And fortunately or unfortunately, the small nations EU opener is even worse.
Reaching out.
I'm going to restart again for that one, get a new council. Yeah, I think everything... Do I have any... Okay.
Going
I
under
could
their
crack
control.
down Purge Portugal. I will do that to try and get that. Because Portugal is actually very nice. Portugal has a core economic region.
Making contact.
Though our methods may differ, we both
Are you
wish to
selling
safeguard
any
humanity.
of the things I want to buy? The answer, probably not. Signs point to nope. Have $1. We have enough that we're going to stop running spoils. France is almost done. Italy will be ready to be merged in pretty soon. It's going to be a while for Germany.
Or it hurts.
Yep. Yeah. And at this point, we actually command almost all the boost the EU produces. That is the one benefit of everyone leaving, is we get more of their boost. And you can see here he's going. I can see how long our Mars mines will take. Oop. We can look at Mars. Yeah, this is the first one. It's getting a mine. We'll need to save up some boost. But we will save up some boost.
Evading pursuit. Standing by for orders.
Pork Marketplace. 3.7. Anything else? No. That's been there for a bit. That's a 4% mining order. That is worth it. That's a long-term investment, and this is a game that is going slow anyway, so we take those. Yeah. So now we're going to do this the smart way, which is public campaign, crackdown, because they are likely to be trying to pull it out,
I'm here.
and purge. Now, if they defend interest plus attempt to set. Yeah, if they defend interest and try and set things at the same time, that might be bad for us. We're going to do this so we can get ops incomes and start the stabbing.
Hunkering down.
But gaining incomes up here, we're going to get to a point where we can almost... I wonder if we'll be able to entirely build a mine on Mars just through space resources.
We've neutralized their key people.
No, we don't have nobles. We don't have nobles, and so we're going to have to spend some boost anyway. Going to finish Energy Lab. We're going to go for oh, that's getting done in 2026. No, we are going to go for nuclear freighters for getting Ceres, because we'll need to. Exodus, eat a dick.
Our associates are now in charge.
Oh, that did remind me I needed to go look at the Netherlands. Which the next time it gets off abandoning, I'm going in February 2025 and August 2025. I will be able to immediately
Cracking down.
immediately fuse it in.
Reporting in. Targeting the opposition.
What's the op?
There's an argument next time it comes off cooldown to abandon Germany temporarily, but I really don't want to risk that with how easy it is to get purged out. Portugal, we can run abandoned. Get its MC, and then get its funding. Might actually be useful for Exodus. No, if Exodus takes the executive, then it resets my cooldown.
Gear up. Ready for
Pretty
orders.
sure I need that. Yeah, Germany and Italy are the only two I can unify right now.
Where do you need me?
Ready.
Xander, that? No. Let's do that here.
In the public.
And also do that
Ready
here.
to go. I will try to sway the public.
Yeah. This one's a start that's going to be a bit slower than my other two. The China start felt slow. This one is going to be a lot slower. However, notice that we have 37 mission control.
Justified to them.
Targets lost.
As soon as this Mars mine comes online, we are going to fall out of control in space. And that's the big difference between the EU start and the other two, is the other two have to sit there working at gaining their ability to function in space.
LZ is secure.
Where with these, we are just going to go,
In control now.
and now we have this station, and now we have this station, and now we have this station. And in fact, since our Mars mine is on the way, what I actually am going to do is check to see, is there another slot on Mars we actually want to take? Servants are there. Of course they are. Like, do a quick judgment. This is a no. This one's also a no. Nope. 40, 60, 70, 80. This is workable. Like, I would probably grab this this one. No. 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 Also workable. This is a maybe. No. This is actually very good because of the nobles. Yeah, this one, decent for the nobles, but this also has other things, so... Yeah, this one also... Yeah, this is also one. So Olympus Mons usually is a good spot. Oh, continuing down. If I didn't have the 17 Fissile, I would say yes. I might grab that anyway, but it's a later pick because I have the 17 Fissile slot. Kind of similar here. Like, this is a perfectly fine base, but it is merely fine. Meh. It's also a perfectly fine base, but merely fine. No. This is quite nice. Like, these two I would actually grab. They have really good base resource yields. This last one's also solid. Okay, yeah, there's like 5 more slots on Mars I would want to grab. So what we would be doing is saving up our boost and just throwing in an orbital core at those slots every time one finished. But yeah, so EU large nation start. You can see we're August 2024. Italy is almost at the point where it can be merged in. Germany's going to take a while yet still. France is up to full democracy. So once France finishes full democracy, what we're going to be doing is swapping over to knowledge with a little bit of mission control. Because there's still mission control slots to fill up there. And after we get a fair number of other nations merged in, I usually think when we're up to about 5 or 6 core economic regions, we start pumping the economy also. This is also usually because we're going to be getting in nations that are a little bit less wealthy at that stage. But economy and knowledge are really what bring your MC up. So we want to get knowledge up next. And as more and more nations come in, we're getting the boost from being full government on whatever the base knowledge is, and then we're going to be raising knowledge with an increasingly large population. And that's the basics for the EU large nation start. I hope you all have a good night and a happy weekend. This is Graveless again, signing off.